Hello everybody and welcome. I am Blizzard Raptor. This is my channel where I play games for your entertainment. I talk about the games and the history involved in them, hence why we're playing the Assassin's Creed series, because these are set historically accurately even if they are fantasy stories. If you're new here, welcome, come in, join the community. You can do that by subscribing to my channel, and also to help my channel grow, leave a like on the videos that you watch and leave a comment down below. And we are cracking on with Assassin's Creed Valhalla today, set in England in the Middle Ages. You're gonna be right up there. Yeah, I thought so. This is post-Roman Britain. The Anglo-Saxons have moved in and the Viking raiders have also settled. The Danes settled and then the Norse came season after season, and then eventually some of them settled as well because Norway was pretty harsh and they didn't have enough resources to go around. So they came and settled in England. And this is where England gets some of its multiculturalism from. And then obviously a lot of the rest of the multiculturalism in the UK, that was easy for me to say, came from the Empire. And also slavery, which is not
This journey to the halls
to be condoned
by roaring flames.
at all. But it has led to us having such a diverse culture, and this is where it kind of started, with the Romans leaving, but leaving behind their buildings and their writings, and then the Angles moving in, the Saxons moving in, the Danes moving in, the sort of Jute people, I believe they were called, from Denmark moving in, and then the Norse coming in and settling, the Celts, the Picts being superseded by the Scots, and, you know, down the ages more cultures came in and mixed in.
Eivor.
Drengur.
Sunniva, thank you for coming.
The sight of old friends lets my heart rest easy.
Good, good.
We came as soon as we heard, bearing gifts for Hemmingur Jarl.
The celebration will last many days. How soon shall we begin?
The pyre's construction is underway, and all of our guests are lodged and welcomed. We could begin shortly.
Good. You handled this well, Tryggvi.
I pledged my life's oath to Hemmingur Jarl. There is nothing I would not do for him.
Good man.
The Althing must be held when the week is out and the funeral is done. The nobles of this shire will name Vili the Jarl of our clan. This assumes they will be sober after a week of drinking and weeping.
It will be a grand funeral. Father will have a clear view of his lands from here. The flames will burn bright and tall for all the Shire to see. You've done well, Tryggvi.
This was his favorite spot in the Shire. I suppose we should get started. Our guests need looking after.
I will look for you later, to save you from them, once the mead has really soaked in.
You are a true gift, Eivor. Thank you.
Tryggvi is Hemthorpe's rock. With him around, the city can keep its peace.
He's a good man.
I must be away for a short time, Eivor. I want to retrieve something for my father. A gift.
When did you have time to make a funeral gift?
It was something I had hoped to give him in life. You must see it to believe it.
I brought a gift from the Raven clan. I stored it at the watchtower on the far side of Hemthorpe.
Very kind, thank you. I should like to see it.
I should look over the gift first. It must be worthy of Hemmingur Jarl.
There's a heaviness to your look, Eivor. What troubles you?
Himminga desired my counsel before he died. Wanted my opinion on the future of this clan's leadership.
That would be Vili, would it not?
If tradition held, yes.
Tryggvi has tasked me to help the Volva with the sacrifices. Could we speak with her to ease your thoughts?
It is a good idea, but let me go alone.
It's amazing to see Eivor growing. You get it a bit
Set
more.
scouts around the village. The people here must mourn in safety.
The growth of Eivor's kind of similar to Cassandra, but you see it in a lot more detail in Cassandra. And it's much more of a journey. I mean, let's face it, the game's called Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Obviously, the character in it is going to go through an odyssey. That goes without saying. We'll just start at the top and work our way down here. So we've got... We'll just start here and work our way down the list. So... Do I have a watchtower closer? Ah, it's not that far. Must just be on the other side of the village, so we'll just jog there. So yeah, I don't know off the top of my head how much of this sort of Middle England, Middle Ages England, sorry, culture survives. It's not part of my expertise. My history, as I've said before, is Scottish history and British, early modern British history. But I do know a bit from my own reading for my own interest. And obviously,
did you see that sopping sack of meat
these games can actually teach you something. Don't knock it. I was watching a video on Assassin's Creed Origins the other day. Funnily enough, it wasn't actually a video on Assassin's Creed Origins. Let me get this right. It was a video done by a professor of Egyptology from one of the American universities. And she was talking about... She was doing this thing which I quite liked. You know, you get tech support. Well, this was Egyptology support. I'm pretty sure she called it, or Ancient Egypt support, and she was responding to questions that people had tweeted into her, asking her about, like questions about ancient Egyptian history. And one of the things that they talked about was someone had, I don't know if they meant it sarcastically or if it was a tongue-in-cheek, but they said that when they saw a video in one of their classes of a recreation of ancient Egypt, that it looked like Assassin's Creed Origins, and the Egyptologists went on and had a look at the trailer for Assassin's Creed Origins on YouTube and said, yeah, it is accurate. The setting, the place is accurate, the setting is accurate. Obviously it's a fantastical story set in a highly detailed historical period, right down to them getting things like the Bent Pyramid and the Pyramid of Giza and things like that absolutely spot on correct. So in terms of setting and culture, these games are accurate. It's simply the narrative in them that's fantastical. So this is, you know, you can learn a bit playing these games. That's what the Codex is for as well. The Codex is here to teach us. The database teaches us about different places in England. Obviously it teaches us a bit about the people here as well, but it does give you some historical background. Origins had a really cool feature where you could ride through the game as if it was a museum. So it takes the action out of it, and it keeps the exploration in. All you're really doing is just riding around and getting a bit of detailed chat about the the various historical landmarks and things like that. But that is such a cool feature that not a lot of games bother.
Gunnar's craft never disappoints.
And here, from the Raven clan.
An impressive shield.
It is good, but it needs a touch of grandeur, something personal for your father. A sigil, I think. A mark to adorn the front. We need an artisan. Is there one in the village?
I know a man. A master craftsman in exile. He lives in a cave northeast of Hemsop. I would take you there myself, but I have Isbjorn to retrieve.
Isbjorn, your father's spear. Did he not wield it at Ulkethorp?
She lost it some winters back on a bear hunt. He hit the beast hard, but the spear stuck and the bear fled into the forest.
And after all these winters, you hope to find it again and present it to the pyre. The odds are narrow, to say the least.
Fret not, friend. I have a nose for these things. Seek out the exile. He'll see to your shield.
Perfect. Right.
This is an excellent shield. Gunnar's craft never disappoints.
Let's
I
see.
think I've said, oh, it just got a bit of slowdown there, but that was on the PlayStation itself. Because looking at OBS at my recording software, I've got no dropped frames. So that definitely wasn't OBS. That was a slowdown on my PlayStation for some reason. Don't know why. The PS5's generally been really good to me. Not had any issues with it. The fact that it's able to render these beautiful, beautiful worlds.
Show me what lies ahead.
Ah, yeah, there we go. These beautiful, beautiful worlds. I'm hoping that as more developers get to play around with Unreal Engine 5, that we'll start to see that on the PS5 towards the end of its life, and maybe even on the next console that Sony decide to release. But Unreal Engine 5 is absolutely stunning. I'd love to see an Assassin's Creed game.
Cave Billy mentioned. Who would live here?
Yeah, I'd love to see an Assassin's Creed game rendered with Unreal Engine 5 in an accurate historical setting. That would blow my mind. I keep hearing people say that they want to see an Assassin's Creed set during World War I, and I'm not as keen. I know a lot of people want to bring it into the industrial age and past, but World War I just wouldn't be... There wouldn't be anything to set it in. The fights weren't fought in cities, they were mostly fought in large fields surrounded by villages or just the odd cottage or two, and that to me is not an interesting setting. I think we should leave World War I alone as far as Assassin's Creed's concerned. World War II, I could entirely see you could have an English assassin, or in my opinion, what would be even better is having a French or a German assassin fighting the Nazis behind enemy lines. But let's not go for World War I, because there's just nowhere to set it. I mean, you could run through Flanders Field in the trenches, absolutely, but you're not going to get any of the assassins, any of the staples of the Assassin's Creed series. You're not going to get viewpoints to sync with your companion. You're not going to get... you're not going to get any sort of open combat, because you're not running across the fields in France and Belgium swinging a sword, or as it would actually be firing a rifle. Well, no, there was sword fighting.
Solitude living in a hole such as this.
Because a lot of cavalry officers were swordsmen. The actor Basil Rathbone fought in World War I, and his swordsman training influenced. It sort of, it gave him the ability to perform his roles in swashbuckling movies with a natural sort of ability, you know. He played the Sir Guy of Gisborne opposite Errol Flynn, and he was sword fencing in that, and then as one of the Zorro movies as well, I've seen him. So you know, you could still have the swords in a World War I setting. It's just your actual setting itself is not fantastic.
You're a difficult man to find. Hemminger Jarl is dead. I was told you're a master craftsman. I seek an etching on the shield to celebrate the life and death of Hemminger Jarl.
The stones. Hemminger Jarl possessed a steady hand and steady heart. Do you possess the same?
Right. A lot of the time, it's about finding the right stone. I don't like the way that one's landed on it. I definitely want this one next.
Your heart is not yet steady.
How could it be at such a time?
Hemminger Jarl's heart never wavered.
Yes, Hemminger's heart was as steady as it was large. You've not yet answered me. Will you help me with my etching?
No. Obviously not the answer we want here.
How will you remember him?
Strength, wisdom, or determination? I think wisdom.
By his wisdom, always an inspiration.
The web of Wirth, then. 9 lines that write our fates. Past, present, and future entwined. Is this what you desire?
Yes.
Yes, I choose this one.
I will begin.
That's Wiccan, I'm sure.
How did you come to be here?
Fate. I was given a death sentence. Unfairly, I felt. But a man was killed. Hemminger Jarl desired for me to live. The villagers did not. My sight and exile. That was our compromise.
Is he blind?
Thank you for this.
His son will take his place.
That is for Vili to decide.
Vili has no say. Fate has already decided.
Hemminger would be pleased with our gift. I wonder if Vili has found his spear.
Interesting character. Had a lot to say without having a lot to say. I'd love to know more about this sort of Wiccan belief. Religion's not part of my sort of area of expertise either, although I am aware of the influence that the Christian faith and the Catholic faith have had on the shaping of European and world history. You can't study the Middle Ages without the Crusades. You can't study European history without the Reformation. You can't study British history without the Troubles. Right, let's see. Where are we? World. No, quests. Sorry, quest. Rowdy Raiders. Let's do this one. Where are we going for this? It's not that far away. Whistle on my horse though, because I ain't jogging all of this. Let's ride the horse there. Increase my power level as well. Now, where am I? I'm out here. Loop round like that. Or do I start down here? Because I'd quite like that extra. Quite like this extra adrenaline slot. I think I get one each from each branch, so I'll have a total of 4. The one up here is this? No, that's the adrenaline fiend ability. There it is. Just there. Some of these skills are pretty good as well. This one in particular would be quite cool. Heavy dual wield. Take 2 great swords. I can take my doppelhander again. That'd be quite cool. But that's for another. That's for me to think about. I'm kind of regretting not going into the bear tree with the bear skill tree. I feel like that would have suited my playstyle a bit more. I think the Raven playstyle is much more shield and like shield and spear, or shield and hammer, that sort of thing, because that's most of the weapon points that you get is improving your ability with spears and such. And maybe I should go back to that. But I'm enjoying the way I'm playing just now. Got every single Raven bonus going.
This is an outrage!
Our strong feelings for Hemming come with much grief.
Festive.
Too festive, and too soon. Fires, fights, and every man soaked in mead. Ugh, this has gone too far.
Hemthorpe could burn before the pyre's lit.
Gods, have I failed my dear Jarl?
Peace, Trickley. I'll do what I can to calm things.
Please let me go. Somebody with... I see them. Some are off to my left.
What? How dare he insult our culture?
Or not.
Go, Sunan.
Right, okay. Over there. I thought these guys, because they'd come up with the blue dots, but they're not. Is this going to be fist fights or something?
Stay back, foul beasts! Help me! Someone help me! Flee, warriors, flee! Loki's hordes lays waste here!
You mean Hemminger's famous fighting roosters?
Dragons with mighty claws! Save me from their wrath!
Are we done? Whoa!
I didn't see them coming. I never looked. I never saw them coming.
So what's supposed to happen with this guy now? Do I talk to him or? Yeah, there we go.
Thank you, mighty Thor. You've saved my life.
When you sober up, steer clear of roosters.
So, I think the rest were over this way, weren't they?
Have a look, Sunan.
Yeah, there's one set there. And I accidentally killed a couple of people. Was not intentional.
Did you see what happened to the house where they kept the Voda? It has gone up in flames.
Are you kidding? Oh, brilliant.
Help! Fire! Save my Voda!
What is this Voda you speak of?
A gift without price, fit for a Jarl's lips. But hurry, it catches flame. Help! Fire! Save my Voda, it burns!
I wish to see more. Don't we all? Oh Lord, please forgive me.
This way. This way.
Help! Fire! Save my Voda, it burns!
Here we go.
If this is your Voda, I managed to save it from the licking flames.
You dared Surtur's heat, yes! A most potent drink, distilled from grain by the Rus of Kiev. Dip your horn and have a drink.
A bit of drink in the belly never hurt.
Vodka. So the Rus are the people that would eventually conquer Russia and turn it into what we know as Russia. But there wasn't always, that there was more than one tribe in that region as well, I believe. Again, Eastern European history, not my specialty. I am aware, because I've studied a little bit of Russian history, but really just the major events. But to set some context, a tutor did once explain to a tutorial group of mine that the Rus were the people who became the dominant tribe in Russia, and then it's from their line that the Tsars came. And the Vikings are believed to have sailed down the Volga River and met with the Rus. In fact, a textbook that I've still got, that I've deliberately kept from my university days, called The Archaeology of Death and Burial, talks about the funeral rites at a Rus funeral, and it is very Viking in its context, with the dead noble being laid on a boat, a longship made in the sort of Viking fashion, but it's on land, and his pyre's on the deck, and then his wife goes to die on the boat with him, and they're set on fire together. There's more to it than that, but that's the gist of it. So the Vikings interacted with many cultures, so it doesn't surprise me that we've got Russian vodka
Watch
here.
yourself. The Voda sneaks up on you quick.
Yep, there we go. How much of it I have? She just slammed her head in there. Right, is that it? Am I done?
Survey the area soon.
Looks like it. And the last bit is up here at this longhouse. With the world spinning round me.
What? How dare he insult our culture? He's a dead man if I ever get my hands on him.
Great.
They are going to kill him! I told him not to do it! Now he's locked up in that house with no...
Come out, you dung-eating rat! What madness is this? You dare wash our beloved Hemingir with your filth! I asked you a question, friend.
There's a Saxon within. One stupid enough to try sending Hemingir to heaven over Valhalla. Now he cowers behind a locked door!
I only did right by his immortal soul!
You will get what is right for you!
Calm yourselves, all of you. I'll speak with him, unmask his true intentions.
Get that stain out here now!
Guessing his door's locked. There's no way in the front. But there is a way in the back.
Oh my god!
The people are quite upset.
Leave me be! I did nothing wrong!
You should walk out of here on your own before you cannot walk at all.
Yes, yes, I'll walk. Don't hurt me, please! There's a key there. If you open the door, I will follow you out. You've got the key! Use it!
Get that stain out here now! Not this kid!
Speak? Yeah.
You'll pay for your wrongs, desecrator!
Enough. Let him speak to explain himself.
I loved Hemingr. I swear. I only want him to fly free in the kingdom of God.
So you drench his body with your filth waters?
Is it your Christian holy order?
Of course. I anointed him in the name of the Lord.
Shut your mouths, both of you. Your antics have outlasted their welcome. Now go. Some order seems to have been restored. Now to treat me. So let him know.
Was based on the fact that I respect everyone's right to their beliefs, even if I disagree with those beliefs, but at least I respect your right to have them.
I have calmed the guests as much as they can be in their grief.
They mourn.
Whichever great fairy in the sky it is you worship, you're allowed to.
And how do you feel, old friend?
I mourn more deeply than most, I think.
Hemming, would be proud of what you have accomplished here. All you have done for him.
I hope so.
This ache will pass, Tryggvi. With time.
Yes, it will.
And last but not least for this small adventure, let us find the seer. Where is her? Ah, there, it's there. Our fancy hut. I'm guessing the Picts are gonna attack the funeral.
With Hemingr Jarl gone, can Vili hold the reins? Will he guide us true?
Don't understand a word of that.
You are the wolf-kissed one. The raven of battle whose fame grows with each waxing of the moon.
I struggle with the choice Hemingr left for me. I would have your counsel on the matter.
A slaughter must be made. Many sheep at the bottom of the sleeping Jötun, before the pyre is lit. Follow.
láta eldri deyja af. Þá muni drykkurinn eigi batna mús.
Come, creatures. You are to serve the gods and bid them welcome our beloved Heminguriak with ale and open arms.
She can't get past them now. Am I the sheepdog
You have
here?
the gift of foresight, seer. Can you augur what is to come?
I see what need be seen, when it need be.
A great gift.
A great burden.
Did Hemminger Jarl consult you often? Did he unburden his woes?
We spoke often. Yet too often he left with more burdens than he brought.
He worried about the future of his clan. About who would be Jarl.
Speak less, lest our words draw foul spirits to dog us.
As you wish. Volva,
Your heart is restless. Your mind clouded. You seek more than a guarantee of good omens.
I seek the gods' wisdom.
You wish to know who would best serve this clan as Jarl.
Yeah.
I do. Between Vili and Tryggvi, there's no clear choice.
We stand in the shadow of the giant, the great keeper of secrets. Here, you'll find a drink of the resounding sea. Ascend the sleeping Jötun, consume the waters, and meditate at its peak. Do not seek answers to your questions. They will find you.
So I've already travelled up the sleeping Jötun, but I'll climb it. It doesn't take long to get up, trust me. This is probably the closest Eivor's seen to a landscape like her home. Something here, a threat. That's where I'm trying to go, but I want to get up this. Here we go. There's some bits of this that I want to do, and I'll do as a sort of like a cleanup at the end of the story before I jump into the DLC. There are the Drengr of Ragnar Lothbrok, the first Viking Jarl who came to England to seek his fortune and perhaps one of the English crowns. And a lot of his Drengr are still left alive because they weren't present when he died. So I want to find them because they actually give you decent gear, I think. Wait a minute, that's not how you meditate. It's like this. The Allfather? Or Tyr?
Hemminger Jarl. Is it truly you?
Of spirit, not of flesh.
Why have you not reached Odin's Hall?
I will in time. As the flames of my pyre burn, I will ride the path of wood smoke to the All-Father's Hall of Champions.
I am grateful to see you once more, Jarl. I struggle with the task you set before me. To choose your heir is not an easy thing. One man is beloved, but does not want the task. The other man is fit for the task, but is not favored.
I could not give you any more counsel in life, Eivor. So too in death am I rendered silent.
Forget wise counsel and rational arguments. What does your heart tell you?
My heart is stopped. It says nothing.
This should not be my decision, Hemminger. The choice was always yours to make. You were their chief.
As Sigurd is your chief. But that does not quench your appetite for glory as you covet his place upon the high seat of your clan.
I do not seek to replace Sigurd. Fate weaved our futures long ago. We're only following its pattern.
Yet you see it coming. You welcome it.
Shall I renounce my fate then? Abandon the path to glory I walk?
No. I want you to die in defense of it.
Oh.
This is not how I remember you.
As we trample the snow and wet it with our blood. Oh, wow. Go on. Have it back. Now he's got 2 spears.
You left me too soon, Hemminger Jarl. Your Shire's fate is uncertain.
Trusted you to make the right decision. I still do.
Whoa. That was quicker than I expected it to be. Aye, suck it in. Breathe deep. Where? There.
Your edge is blunted by indecision. You lead warriors now. Never wait. And that is why my words should land true. Trust your judgment.
Ow. Oh wow. He has proper... I think we both got our hits off there. Ah, miss! Ah, there we go.
You pushed me, Hemminger. I never intended this.
Have no regrets, Eivor. You have given me the great battle death I sought in life.
You old fox. Was that the point of riling me up?
The old father. He comes to welcome me to his hall. And I must follow. The choice you make will be the right one.
I'm choosing his son. And I always was gonna.
The Alding is tomorrow. And a Jarl must be chosen. I should speak with Sunniva about this.
It was a good fight. A very good fight. And I'm hoping that when I get my hands on Mjolnir, that I'll be able to do some of that fancy fancy lightning power AoE attacks down here, because I wanted the extra adrenaline upgrade. Here we go. I really need to push the power level because I'm nowhere near being able to do Hamptonshire at the minute. And that's where I need to be at. Was it here that I jumped before? No, it was up here, wasn't it? There we go. Up we go. Getting near the end of this one as well. Chose to break Eivor's ankles there.
Did you consult the Volva? And were your questions answered?
Some questions were answered. Others I must answer myself. Do you think there is a place for Vili in our settlement? He expressed a desire to live and work with us.
Will he not be Jarl of this shire before the day's end?
That remains to be seen. Some are more eager to see Tryggvi in the high seat.
Eivor, Tryggvi has no intention to lead. He feels duty-bound to follow his master into death.
Absolutely not. My father would never allow such foolishness.
How else can I honor my Jarl, old as I am? This is no country for me. The future is yours, Vili.
The flames of this pyre will burn for my father. You must live. I forbid you to follow him into death. I will not let you sacrifice yourself.
Do you forbid me as a friend, Vili? Or as our new Jarl?
As a man who would see you come to your senses.
Vili, Tryggvi. Each man wears one of Hemminger's boots, with both men unwilling to seize the other.
Does the world need such useless, dithering men? Why not stake a claim yourself? Take this shire for your own.
No.
It is not my place.
Your place is anywhere you lay your head, any hill you summit, any silver you take for your own. Do not limit yourself to niceties.
Nottinghamshire deserves a leader to admire. A man the people can trust. Most love Vili, and he loves them. But he lacks the will to be leader. He could learn, but does he wish to? And Tryggvi, sturdy and wise, and loyal to the legacy Hemminger Jarl left behind. Almost to a fault. But he is old, and his thrill for living has fled him. Hardly inspiring.
You cannot! I will not allow it!
I am not asking for your permission. Only your forgiveness.
Gods, Eivor, put a stop to this fool's death wish.
Well, what do you think? We've got Tryggvi. We could send him to the pyre. I would rather tell him to stay, because I think he'd be good to help Vili. He'd be good to help Vili manage the Shire. I genuinely do think. You know what? I'm gonna go for it. If this is an accident, if I accidentally...
This is no small decision, Tryggvi. And not without great cost. The Shire will be diminished without you.
But I have nobody left. My life's purpose lies dead upon that pyre.
That is not so. When people look to my father for guidance, who did they see him turn to for counsel?
Hemminger Jarl was my rock. Yes, I gave him counsel, but he made the hard choices.
If Hemminger were here, would he not urge you to wield this wisdom for the betterment of all? And was your vow to serve Hemminger Jarl unto death, or to serve his legacy in life?
I will stay. You have wisdom, Eivor. More than I could have guessed.
Oh. I for sure thought that was going to make him Jarl, and I didn't want him to be Jarl. I want him to be Jarl. I want him to face his responsibilities. I think this is one of those instances where it'll be the making of him. And if Vili has Tryggvi alongside him, then that can only be a good thing. His dedication to Hemminger is going to help him make his decisions.
Picts were spotted moments ago, lurking in the thicket. Vili gave chase.
Arstick. You should have roused me first. Show me where he went.
Let us wake the others. The dark is lousing with Picts.
The nobles are too drunk to join this fight. It would be a slaughter on both sides.
You know best, Drengur. Just take care, will you? His rage has consumed him, Eivor. All this anger, this sadness, it has truly taken form.
Arstick was never one to temper his emotions. This was bound to happen. I should have been more vigilant.
Do not blame yourself, Drengur.
He always had me to watch his back, as children. And again now, if this rampage is what he needs to rid himself of the sick that binds him, I will at least make sure he does not hurt himself.
Thank Odin he has the mighty Wolf-Kissed as his shadow.
There are things we do for family, Sunniva. No questions asked. For you, I would have done the same. For any of Raven clan.
We know, Drengur. That is why we are sworn to you. Here, Eivor. This was where Vili saw the scout killed and then charged after the enemy ahead. I will head back to Hemthorpe and make sure our ravens stand vigilant. Return to us safely, Drengur.
This'll be the last action of this episode, running in here to finish this, because it is approaching the hour mark. And although I like to go, I'm willing to let myself go a little over it, I would like to think that I can keep it to the hour that I intended to keep it to. It's just that once you get playing this, you can't stop. Like, I genuinely, I thoroughly enjoy this game. I have a lot of fun playing it. Jesus. Is this ice? Yeah, it is. But ice breaks. Need a key for each chest lock. Wonder if this will be freezing. Nah, it's not damaging her. Don't mind me, Vili, I'm just collecting some treasure on my way to you. Where is the way out again? Here it is. I hear arrows being shot.
Perfect. I could use your edge right now.
Doesn't sound like a man consumed with battle rage, does he? Next. Bring it. It's really well designed, that bit, when you see the dust in the air just like travelling in slow motion. Oh, right in the stones. Does that say Macbeth? It does.
Dare disturb these days of mourning?
Stop, Vili. They're gone. It's done.
Pah! I've seen roosters fight with more spirit.
Oddly enough, so have I.
That sound. Is it thunder?
Footsteps.
We need to fall back. Follow me. Quickly!
He's lost his big axe, like a lot of the berserkers that I've fought. Nah, you don't, mate. Is that? That is I. I want that. Sleek it. That's a good Scots word, that is. Little... Yes. How am I getting up there then? Is this anything to do with it? No. That would have just made our time with those guys a wee bit easier. Aha! Here we go. Shirley. Don't call me Shirley. Here? No? Yes? Oh, wait a minute.
Stay with me.
I'm trying to, but you're running away quite quickly. Well, there's a thing in that direction, and there's this. I'll come back later and get this myself. Is there something I'm not seeing? Aye, there. Oh look, I've wandered off now. Hey Velly, try not to die while I go and pick this book up. Whoops. That wasn't what I meant to do at all. Give me the book, give me the book. Oh, it's not going to make this easy for me, is it? I'm going to have to climb up and go all the way around. I haven't had to do something like this since Assassin's Creed 2 or Revelations. Oh, can I just jump it for here? Did I make a mess of that? Aye, I did. Oh well. Poisonous powder trap. Oh, the bow upgrade that I like to use. Poisonous powder trap. You can see it there on my L2 on my archery abilities. I do like that. Poisonous powder trap. It's a bit... Oh, I see how we do this now. Yeah, get off there, Eivor. That way. Perfect. This is how we do it. Oh, don't you worry, really. I'll be right with you, mate. Just got a chest open and treasure to loot for the pits. Tungsten ingot. I'm coming. God, you're such a baby for a warrior. Don't run off now. Oh. You're aiding kidnapping the Henthorpe residents. Ooh, is this Order of the Ancients, guys? That are promising to help the pits? Am I going to find one of them? Eivor feeling a little stabby. Nice. Good finish. I'm going up first in case there's fighting.
Thrilling, was it not? Just like when we were children getting into trouble and getting away.
Save your honey words for when we get out of here alive, Arstick.
So bird caught in the level geography, the level structure, the rocks. Must have spawned in weird. How far do we have to go before he wants to talk to us? Odin's Hall.
Ah, my sword's thunderhammer. That quickened the blood.
Wild and reckless, like our first battles together. Remember the island north of Stavanger?
I do. Kjotve the Cruel trained his berserkers there.
Great lumbering fools, foaming at the mouth. We taunted them from the treetops.
And the drunk one, remember? Naked as the morning. Froze his cock off trying to find us.
Then fell to humping a snowdrift.
Brilliant.
Were you glad to hear from me?
Not the way you think.
I did wonder what trouble you had been up to. But I smiled at hearing your name, and I wondered if you had taken after your father. If you were now leading your clan.
Well, you have your answer. I'd sooner take after a troll and leave this clan in your hands.
That I will not do.
It's your clan, mate.
When my father was named Jarl, he had no one to help him, and still he triumphed.
But you do.
I am not my father. I simply want to roam. Do you think Sleipnir would be content bound to a stable, no matter how glorious it may be?
Duty.
Hey, what is that for?
You have friends, Vili. What about Tryggvi? And me? And your clan?
Of course. I know that.
Bloody well
Can't
should.
roam forever. Keep that in mind. You are surrounded by those who love you. And that will not change. Unless you push it all away.
You speak a truth. I understand.
Troll-faced arstick.
A chicken draugr. Is such a thing possible? For that does not seem possible.
Voda too. A water infused with fire. I do not lie.
Hopefully.
Your father's death aside, Billy. This has been good. Fun even.
Do you ever wonder what might have happened if we had not been separated by the North Sea so early in our lives? What adventures we would have had. The raids, the battles, the glory. I even think about what we might have been.
No.
To each other.
No. I have mine.
No. I never dwell on our past that way. I find it slows me down to a crawl. And I'm not made for crawling. I think I'll turn in. Long day ahead.
Yeah, I'm turning them down. I've already got a relationship. I'm not here to get plowed into Odin's hovel.
Are you going?
With so much on my mind, I haven't slept a wink. The funeral, the Thanes. I should get back.
I understand. I'll see you there.
So at 10 minutes over our time, I'm going to call it here. This...
Gone already. To prepare for the funeral, I imagine.
This is the last act of this one, and we'll pick up and finish off the Nottinghamshire. I still can't believe it's called that. We'll finish off the Nottinghamshire arc. The trap can be triggered twice now. So even if someone else comes to investigate, it can go off again. Yeah, like that. It's brilliant. Oh, I'm so looking forward to using that. Yeah, so we'll finish off the Nottinghamshire arc in the next episode. I will not be doing anything in the meantime because everything I've got is everything I wanted. I've pretty much got. So we'll call it there. So thank you very much for coming in and joining us. Like I say, if you want to help my channel grow through the year, please subscribe to the channel. Leave a like on the videos you watch, and leave a comment underneath the video if there's anything in particular you... Pardon me. If there's anything in particular you want to ask or want to say. And I will see you for the next episode of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Take care, and bye for now, guys.